I'm the YouTuber here. We're going to set for another live stream. This one is a college football, another college football one. We are going to do the college football bowl games as they happen. And I will go over that into that more in depth. But we're going to do two things. We're going to trophy. So, does the trophy from your awards show up in here from the Dynasty mode? And indeed, they do. So let's take a look at them so far. And I will tell you who won the award. So we have Brian McCoy Jr. won the Chuck Bednacord Award from my Dynasty season. The Ronco Nagurski Trophy, Brian McCoy again. Christian Fitzpatrick Bednakoff Award. The Paycom Jim Thorpe Award goes to Jalen Davies. Brian McCoy, the Buckus Award. Lombardi Award to Kyron Duran. Josh Ford, the John Mackey Award. Kyron Duran, the Edge Rusher of the Year Award. Sam Jackson, the Jet Award. That's it so far. These bowl games championship trophies have not been unlocked. They say not in play now, but we'll find out. Also, do they show up even after you go into the next season? That is the question. When you go into year 2 of Dynasty, does it show up in the trophy? Show up. Let me look. Trophy room. Here it is. There you are. There's the Dynasty trophies, and then you got your rivalries. The Play Now ones will show up here as well, like I think. I don't know why the Texas one is not. In here at all. Oh, there it is. I did unlock it in the Play Now, but it has not been unlocked in Dynasty mode. That will be this year. Is unlocking it as OU. So, but yes, it is in here. The golden hat, it's right there. So, we will play those more of those rivalries this year. We didn't do them in the fall season. We'll do them in the late winter, early spring part or year 2 Dynasty. So there you have it. It was 45-33 Texas over Penn State in our version of the national championship. We will have that matchup. That sounds like a good matchup. We'll have that matchup, Penn State and Nebraska, along with all these other past national championship games dating back to the first. Okay, we're asking what is the first national championship game period. So Princeton won in 1869, but no opponent Princeton won it again in 1870. It was not selected in 1871. Princeton in 1872. Princeton in 1873. Yale in 1874. Harvard in 1865. Yale in 1876 and 1877. Princeton again in 1878. Princeton in 1879. Princeton 1880. 1880 Yale. Kind of, I guess, a joint one. And then A1 Yale, A2 Yale, A3, A4 Yale, and then 1885 Princeton. 1886 to 1888 was Yale. 1889 to 1890, two Ivy League schools, Princeton in 1889, and in 1890 Harvard, 1891 and 1892, Yale, 1893, Princeton, 1894, Yale, 1895, Pennsylvania, 1896, Lafayette, Princeton, 1896, Pennsylvania, 1879, Harvard in 1898, 1899, Harvard, and 1900, Yale. They had 1901, Michigan, 1902, Michigan, 1903, Michigan, 1903, Princeton, 1904, Michigan, 1904, Pennsylvania. So I guess that is for FBS and FCS. Then Chicago, 1905, Princeton, 1906, 1907, Yale, 1908, LSU, Pennsylvania, 1908 as well, 1909, Yale, Harvard, and 1910 Pitt, or Pittsburgh, 1911 was Princeton, and then 1911 was Penn State, 1912 was Harvard, Penn State in 1912, Harvard in 1913, Army in 1914, Cornell in 1915, Pitt in 1916, Georgia Tech in 1917, 1918, Michigan 1918, Pittsburgh 1919, Harvard 1919, Illinois 1919, Notre Dame 1919, Texas A&M 1920, Cal 1921, Cal, Cornell 1921, 1922, Cal 1922, Cornell 1922, Princeton 1923, Illinois 1923, Michigan 1924, Notre Dame. Then Alabama won it in 1925, 1926, 1926 Stanford, 1927 Illinois, Yale in 1927, 1928 Georgia Tech, Notre Dame, 1929, 1930 Alabama, 1930 Notre Dame, USC in 1931 and 1932, Michigan in 1933, 1994 to 1934 to 1937, 36 was Minnesota. Then Pittsburgh 1937, TCU in 1938, Texas A&M in 1939, 1940, Minnesota 1941, Minnesota 1942, Ohio State 1943, Notre Dame, Army in 1944 and 1945. Army. '46 Notre Dame. '47 Notre Dame, Michigan. '48. Yeah, it was 1948 and 1949. Notre Dame, OU in 1950. 1951 is Tennessee, Michigan, 1952. 53 was uh, Michigan and Ohio State in 54. Then UCLA in 54. 55, Oklahoma. 56, Oklahoma. Auburn in 1957. 57, Ohio State. Then show you the opponent. And then you have 1958, Iowa, 1958, LSU. May was Ohio State. I don't know. 1950, I was gonna say maybe it was Ohio State and Auburn, but then why would they? Anyway. 59, Syracuse, 1960, Minnesota, 1960, Ole Miss, 1961, Alabama, 1961, Ohio State, 1962, USC, 1963, Texas, 1964, Notre Dame, 1964, Arkansas, 1964, Alabama, 1965, Alabama, 1965, Michigan State, 1966, Michigan State, 1966, Notre Dame, 1967, USC, Ohio State, 1968, 1969, Texas Tech, 1970, 1970 is Nebraska, 1970 Ohio State, 1970 Texas, Nebraska, 1971, 1971, 1972 USC, 1973 Alabama, 1973 Notre Dame, 1974 Oklahoma, 1974 USC, 1975 Oklahoma, 1976 Pittsburgh, 1977 Notre Dame, 1977 Alabama, 1978 USC, 1979 Alabama, 1980 Georgia, 1981 Clemson, 1982 Penn State, Miami in 1983, 1984 BYU, 1985 Oklahoma, 1986 Penn State, 1987 Miami, 1988 Notre Dame, 1989 Miami, 1990 Colorado, 1990 Georgia Tech, 1991 Miami, 1991 Pitt, 1992 Alabama, 1993 Florida State, 1994 Nebraska, 1995 Nebraska, 1996 Florida, 1997 Michigan, 1997 Nebraska. Then the first matchup on the screen was Tennessee and Florida State. Then Florida State and Virginia Tech, Oklahoma, and Florida State. That was 1998, 1999, 2000, 2001, Miami and Nebraska. 2002, Ohio State, Miami. LSU and Oklahoma in 2003. USC in 2003, then 2004 USC and Oklahoma, Texas and USC in 2005, 06 Florida and Ohio State, LSU and Ohio State in 2007, 2008, Florida and Oklahoma, Alabama and Texas, 2009, 2010, Oregon and Auburn, Alabama, LSU in 2011, 2012, Alabama and Notre Dame, 2013, Florida State and Auburn, 2014, Ohio State and Oregon, 2014. I'm trying to remember, is that when the playoff era, I forget when the playoff era started. Then we had a run of Clemson and Alabama games. Alabama, Clemson, Alabama, Clemson. Alabama, Georgia, Alabama, Clemson, LSU, Clemson, Alabama, Ohio State, Alabama, Georgia, Georgia, TCU, Michigan, Washington, and Ohio State, Notre Dame. And then this one is our Dynasty Mode 1, which is Penn State and Texas. That was not a real life one, that was a Dynasty Mode 1. With Penn State being the champion 45-33. See, where are the contracts? So, still on the hot seat, but 2025, 3 wins, hot seat, 18% job security. Not that good. So, we'll see what happens in 2026. If we can get teams turned around in 2026. That will start, I think, 1 week after the national championship game. So 1 week after the national championship game, that will get started. I'll show you the schedule for that. Where, if I can find it. Oh, team schedule, here it is. It'll be Missouri State and Oklahoma State. That'll be in Stillwater. We did one at Missouri already. That was one already recorded it. It's a dynasty I already deleted, but the game stays as played. And then at Tulsa, and then home against Hawaii, and then we will play at Hawaii in 2027, year 3 of Dynasty Mode in this. And then it starts the conference play Arizona State and Tempe, Kansas and Stillwater, Iowa State and Ames, then off week, then Texas Tech and Stillwater, Houston and Houston, Kansas State and Manhattan, West Virginia and Morgantown, UCF and Stillwater, and Colorado in Stillwater. That'll be an off week, and then hopefully we'll be in the conference championship, and then in a bowl game or playoffs. Early preseason Heisman watch. Alabama's Ryan Willis, Ohio State's Jeremy Smith, DJ Lagaway, and Isaac Brown from Florida, and then Zachariah Branch from USC. That is your preseason Heisman watch. Going into the season, we'll see how that goes. Here's where the conference stands and who is predicted to finish first and last. So Kansas State is predicted to finish first in the Big 12, with Oklahoma State not last, but next to last. UCF is going to predict to finish last, so. But we'll see. Going into the preseason, week 0, we got Oregon, then Penn State, Florida, Texas, Alabama, Ohio State, Georgia, Notre Dame, Pitt, Nebraska, USC, Miami, Indiana, Texas A&M, Kansas State, Louisville, Arizona State, Clemson, Ole Miss, Texas Tech, SMU, BYU, Georgia Tech, Baylor, and Michigan round out the top 25. Let's talk about week 0 games in our dynasty thing for week 0. We got a lot of week 0 games, a lot more than we had last year. Here is week 0. Bowling Green and Iowa State, Buffalo and Penn State, Delaware and Virginia, Central Michigan, Miami, Charlotte, Louisville, Missouri State, SMU, Kent State and Ohio State, Rutgers and Boston College, Troy and Missouri, UTEP and Michigan, ULV and Akron, FCS West and Toledo, FCS Midwest and Western Kentucky, Hawaii Stanford, North Texas, Texas State, Liberty James Madison, Georgia Tech, Georgia State, the Battle of Atlanta, Memphis and Arkansas, UAB, Louisiana, Yukon and Air Force, Eastern Michigan, Marshall, Louisiana Tech, South Miss, South Alabama, and Kentucky, Washington State, and Kansas State, Michigan State, and Notre Dame. That's a rivalry matchup. UCF and UMass, Colorado and Northwestern, and Tulsa, and St. Houston. They're asking, well, what's the game in do not have the game for the Dublin game. Our first neutral site game. We gotta have some games neutral site somehow. We just gotta somehow have some neutral site games. Do I not see any? So far, no. Um, I said I'm not seeing any so far. There's a robbery, but that's always been in either stadium, so once I see one, I will let you know. Still not seeing any. Still haven't seen any. I still haven't even seen the OU Texas game. Do I see? There's one that's in East Rutherford, New Jersey, but that is. Did I even see the OU Texas game? Hold on. Does OU not play Texas every year? I thought they did. There it is. After Mississippi State, but before Texas A&M. Okay, there we go. Okay, and then the other one was Florida, Georgia. It says in Atlanta, but I thought it was always in Jacksonville. I thought it was in Jacksonville. I thought it was. Hold on one second. Let's see here. There's SC week 0, week 1, week 2, 3. And remember, this is just for my version for year 2 of Dynasty. So don't hold us to the order of the conference play. Let's see here. And seeing, oh, there's AU Texas. It's week 6. Florida, Georgia. Nope. Oh, there's Florida, Georgia. Does it say? It says Atlanta, but why does it say Atlanta? Is okay. Weird. I think it's supposed to be in uh in Jacksonville. All right, let's look at the team. Let's look at our depth chart, because I didn't really hadn't seen our quarterbacks, and this is my first time looking at it. We got Zane Flores, Haas Haney returns, and Brian Capps are our quarterbacks. Zane Flores and Haas Haney returned from the last year. Brian Capps is coming in as a freshman. Is he a high school? Was he a high school? Let me look at the. Was he one of the high school players? Was he one of the high school? I think he was one of the high school players that's coming in. That's that quarterback position, and then we got running back. We got Amara Pearson. Is he a transfer player? I can't remember. RJ Fields and Cliff Odowowski. Those are your 3 running backs. Fullbacks, we have Edward Hans, RJ Fields, Junior, and Will Money. Will Money returns. Our wide receivers, Kenneth Freeman returns. Jalen Lloyd returns. Kobe Foreman. Ayo Shantoman King. Josh Ford and Grayson Brasario. Josh Ford returns as tight end along with Will Money. Freshman redshirt Eric Hance. And let's see here, freshman redshirt Grayson Brasario. I can't remember if they were from another team or what. As tight end. Left guard Louis Knappe, Dallas Hammonds, and Grant sea green. Left guard, Nuku Mafia, Dodson Davis, and Miguel Chavez. The center, sea green returns along with Jason Carpenter and Jacoby Sanders. Ryan Trout, I think he returns. Jalen Beckley and Alex Steed. Then your right guard, Bubba Nichols, Dallas Simmons, and Davis Dotson. Your left edge, Colin Duran returns. Landon Dean and Nathan Montana are your edges, along with Wendell Gregory. Your right edge, I said Wendell Gregory. Left edge, Rashad Bradley can also play right edge, along with Tajay McCoy. Demarion Thomas, David Payne Jr., Lyndon Dean, Rashad Bradley, and Nick Montana. Your Sam is Carl Von Young, Javonte Bradley, and Max Alford. Your Mike linebacker, Phil Picotti, Gunnar Wilson, Carl Von Young, and Ike Isenwooney. Will linebacker, Tate Romney, Ike Izawani, and Jaleel Johnson. Your corners are Eric Fletcher, Tavares Cooks, Enrique Hawkins, Jamal Milton, and Dorian Akbar. Then you have your full safety, or your free safety, Cameron Epps, Jeremy Cook Jr., and Enrique Hawkins. Your strong safety, Jeremy Cook, Enrique Hawkins, and Dorian Akbar. Your kicker, Quincy William, and backup kicker is Stevie Ritter. Your punter is Ian Ritter, backup Quincy Graham. So basically reverse. Kick returner, RJ Fields is your primary kick returner, followed by Arroyo Shottenmind King, Kobe Foreman, Cliff Wozniak, Jamal Milton. Your kick returner is Jalen Lloyd, followed by Freeman, Gavin Freeman, Rodney Phillips Jr., Ayo Shato Mind King, and Kobe Foreman. Your kickoff specialist is Ritter, Steve Ritter, Ryder. Your long snapper is Sneed, followed by Carpenter, Keaton Carpenter, and Jacoby Sanders. Your 3 the RB, Rodney Fields, then Amari Pearson, and Cliff Wozniak. Ika. Ozaka. And so those are that, and then you got some other stuff. Let's see what some of the other, like, let's see where we got Josh Hoover from TCU. That's a transfer guy. Uh, he transferred into Oklahoma. They got Deuce Knight and Tristan McMillan for OU. Ohio State, Darian Messiah, Julian Sayin, and Tavian St. Clair. Old Dominion's got Ryan Huff, Dylan uh, Gillian, and Ryan Rudder. Ole Miss, AJ Simmons, Wendell Williams, and AJ Max. Oregon, Devon Dampier, Dante Moore, and Desmond Williams Jr. Oregon State, Paul Webster, Kalen Guttridge, and Jackson Potter. Ryan Puiski, Ethan Grunkemeyer, and Jackson Smolkin. Interesting names for Penn State quarterback. Pitt. There's your quarterbacks. I'm not going to try to pronounce all, but Max Brown and Alonzo Barnett and Holstein. Eli Holstein. Yeah, I did pronounce all of them, actually. Aiden Gray, Brock Lowry, and Shane Honeycutt. Angel Flores, Caden Anderson, and Patrick Creighton. Rutgers, there's your quarterbacks, Stephen Antley, Cameron Brown, and Brian Fowler. Sam Houston, San Diego State. Let me go back to Sam Houston. San Jose State, SMU, South Alabama, South Carolina, Southern Miss, Stanford, Syracuse, Marcel Reed at TCU, Adam Strobel, and Sam Blizzard. Now that Josh Hoover transferred to OU in my version. Archie Manning still at Texas in my version. Michael Hawkins, Texas A&M. There's your QBs for Tulsa, UAB, UCF, UCLA, UConn, UL Monroe, UMass, UNLV, USC, Utah, Utah State, UTEP, UTSA, Vanderbilt, Virginia. There's Garrett Rangel, no Virginia Tech. Okay. So, trying to see anybody else that I recognize their names and say they are now at. Oh, I don't know if that's the name. I don't know. I can't remember. Now we're back to the beginning with the alphabet. Thank goodness for that. I didn't think we would get back. Uh, oh, sorry, that's not what I meant to say. Now we're getting around to it. That's what I meant to say. What should I player am I looking for? I am looking for. What was I looking for? I forget who I was looking for. Oh, Jackson Arnold's still at Auburn, by the way. I can't remember where Wagman was before, but he's at Baylor High. The way. What was I looking for? I forget. DJ Lagaway is still in Florida. That's an interesting name, Tyler Proctor. Gunnar Stockton still in Georgia. I forget what the player I was trying to look for. Uh, is I don't remember. Oh, Mateer. That was it, Mateer. Well, that's one of them. Still did not find Mateer yet. Where's Bryce Underwood? Will, that's Walker. That's Will Aaron. This is. Jason, what was the one I was? I don't know. I had to go to the team and I'm like, yeah. What was the guy? No, I don't remember who was missing. I said I don't remember who was missing. Um, I said I don't remember. But Braskin, who am I gonna have starting at QB week 1? I'm looking into probably starting Caps just so I can get him some playing time, but he's just probably gonna play. Cause you can play up to like 4, is it 4 games, 3 or 4 games, and then still be able to redshirt a player. So if he played those, he could play them sporadically throughout the year and still be able to redshirt. It doesn't matter. You have to play him the 3 or 4 in a row. You could play him 1 here, 1 there, 1 here, 1 there, and come, get it. Like I could redshirt Colin Duran, Josh Ford redshirt, Carvon Young can, Lloyd can, Pekai can, Jerry Cooks, Brashon Bradley, Ryan Trout, Olwoskia, Quasham, Cooks, Hawkins, Milton, Akbar, Ryan Camps, I said, Randy Dunn, Paul Casey, Augustine can all be registered. Players that can are the ones that are like this, they're grayed out. I like Will Money. He's already registered. See the RS next to his name? That means red shirt. So, like I said, I haven't decided when I'm ready. I mean, I can register. Oh, yeah. Registers here. Players can play up to 4 regular season games. This excludes conference, championship, bowls, and playoffs. Games and still be registered. So yeah, up to that's right. Up to 4. So I got it right. So I decided of my dev chart if I'm going to redshirt camps or not. I mean, I'd like to see him return next year. Uh, we shall see if we retain Zion Flores and Haas Haney. Um, what happened to uh, Banks Bowen? Don't remember. I wish I could look up. I wish I could look up a player, but uh, we're not gonna. I don't think. Are we gonna play any week 0 games? Let me look at week 0 again. Looking at Ohio State. Let's see here. Any notable games that are in week 0 that are worth uh that one probably, since those two teams are both in Atlanta. I'd say Georgia Tech, Georgia State. I think could be the only one I see here. Yeah, we'll do that one and this one. These two right here. Oh, we'll do North Texas. These three. 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe Memphis and Arkansas. I don't know. We'll ponder it a little bit. We didn't know those for sure. Uh, Charlotte and Louisville. That might be an Michigan State, Notre Dame, Buffalo, Penn State. Well, we may expand more. We can do what we want. It's my dynasty, so that's why I have it set as NCAA, not Oklahoma State. The files, managed file setting. So, I think that'll do it for this live video. We will do week 0 after all the bowl games in real life and conference championships and all that. When once those end, we will have week 0 of my late winter, early spring dynasty, and when that ends, then we will do an off season for the summer, and then back at it again when the season starts for week 0 for real. For the third one and for year 3 of this dynasty plus year 1 of College Bowl 2027. So that'll do it. Until next time, tomorrow we will have not college football. We won't have college football, and again, we won't have college football again until Thursday. With conference championships starting, and then we'll do Thursday, Friday, Saturday conference championships. I say Madden is on Thursday, excuse me, and then college football on Friday and Saturday, excuse me. Sorry about that. We may do conference championships on Thursday as well because can't fit them all in one. And we will divvy up those conference championship games for the real life matchups, and then we will start bowl games as of the next day after the selection show, which will be on December 8th. We will start the conference championship. We also have a special game on Sunday, December 7th next week. It'll be Hawaii and Navy. It'll be the game because that is a special one for Pearl Harbor. We're going to start Pearl Harbor Remembrance game there. So that's on the anniversary of Pearl Harbor. We'll play Hawaii and Navy because the bombing of Pearl Harbor was in Hawaii on a Navy base. That's why Hawaii and Navy on that date. Because that's what happened during bombing of Pearl Harbor. A sad, tragic tragedy back in the day. All right. So that'll do it. Let me save this so I don't lose it. And until then, keep on using money. We'll see y'all tomorrow for another video. It'll probably be either college basketball or Wheel of Fortune or a combination of both. Till then, keep on